Tommy Dankwa for the B-Town Brief, and I am here talking to soon-to-be world megastar, Hayla. Now, I say soon-to-be megastar even though you've already had a Grammy nomination and you've already performed in some of the world's biggest venues. How are you dealing with all of this success so far?
That's a good question. Do you know what? I actually, sometimes I do forget to take stock, of everything that's kind of happened. And I think sometimes when I kind of do think about it, I can't believe it, really. Because I was an inherently shy performer. I found it really hard to sing in front of people. I never really knew what my project would look like. I kind of didn't really know or really believe that this would be my life. And I think that I'm just eternally grateful that I kind of felt the fear and did it anyway, and also had some amazing, chance meetings and also songs that resonated with people.
Now, when you were honing your sound as a younger artist, a prodigy, if you will, did you know you wanted to be in dance music and the dance music culture?
Yeah, do you know what? I've always loved big vocals soaring over music and sound, and I think the feeling that it gave me as a listener made me feel like I'd love to be able to give that to somebody else. And I think that I was in bands of many different styles and genres, and I think I've probably landed on dance music because I think that the soaring vocals over the dance beat and the euphoria that you feel, it really connects with me, and I think you can be very playful with it as well.
Now, in dance music, who are some of the people that have influenced your style that you've had the chance to meet along the way?
I mean, you know what? It's so interesting because Escape, that came out with KX5,
yes.
We didn't anticipate to write that for them, and that wasn't a song that we kind of really listened to. I remember was a song that I always connected with. I thought that song was an absolutely beautiful song, but we didn't listen to that and kind of write that in a sort of similar sound sonically, but it kind of, I think through that and Sarah McLachlan and, listening,
wow.
Listening to my first song, I remember that one of the songs that I recorded when I was 17 years old, that it ain't, in the arms of an angel far away from here. That song, I remember hearing her voice over dance music, and I think songs that have that light vocal that has that beautiful, almost shimmering sound. I remember in what's this song that Sarah McLachlan does, the dance song, in the silence. That song.
Yes.
It was, it just, I don't know, something about those songs. I think sonically, have always made me kind of feel like there's something magical in that, and if I could kind of get a little bit of that. I don't know, I just love that kind of sound, a sort of mystical, almost sounding vocal over a kind of euphoric, very almost quiet and unassuming beat, but it just has that something that you can't put a finger on,
So now we know you've worked with some heavy hitters in production, and some of them are here right now at ILESONIQ. What is it like in the artist village over this weekend so far for you?
Oh, do you know, I was on quite early, so I need to get back there and see what it's like now. But it's amazing because there's so many people all in one spot, which is really cool. And I think one of the most amazing things, obviously, about the dance community is obviously that it is a big family, and I feel like everybody has a 1 degree of separation. If you haven't worked with one person, there's a guarantee that you'll know the person that they're probably best friends with in the producing world and scene. But I've had a very unique view, I think, on so many different artist teams as well. So I think I've got to know managers and TMs, and I've been working within this industry now that actually so many artists that are here today, even if I haven't worked with them, I've probably worked alongside their TM or worked with them alongside their manager or worked along, so it's kind of you feel like you kind of know each other.
Now, when you told your family that this is what you wanted to do with your life?
Oh, my mum said to me I'd be annoyed at you if you decided to do anything else.
And your father?
Yeah, he's the same. He's an electrician, my dad. And my dad and my brother work together, and I've always seen him be self-employed, and I remember him telling me that he couldn't go and work for anybody else, and I thought, hey, that sounds kind of good. I've been a waitress, I've been a toilet cleaner, I've been a security guard, I've been a gymnastics coach, I was a singing coach. I also have worked as a waitress in retail, and I've done all sorts of stuff. But I alongside it was always doing like gigs, and I used to work on a boat. I was a singer on a boat for 3 years.
You were on a cruise ship?
Yeah, I was a cruise ship singer for 3 years, on the Baltic Ocean, and I used to be a wedding singer, and I taught singing, and I was a ghost vocalist in a studio. I used to be like, session vocalist, like, I've done all the things. But I remember when the scales started to tip a bit, and I started to realize that maybe I could work for myself. And my dad was always the kind of like inspiration for me from his side of his electrician business, and I just saw him like being able to take his lead on what he wanted to do, and it was a massive inspiration to me.
Okay, how much of the production on your newest album, because we've got to hit that, because I know I only have you for a limited time, because you got to hit the road. How much of the production on your newest album have you been able to do?
This new one, I haven't actually, but I've been in there and been in the rooms, and I've co-produced in the sense of piecing the song together. I really wish that on the last album there was one track solely that I recorded, wrote and produced myself entirely. But on this album, because it was such a quick turnaround and totally not expected to be an album, I didn't do any production myself this time. But on the next body of work, I plan to get a lot more involved, and I'm feeling the fear in doing it anyway a bit more. I need to get out of my own way a bit.
Now, what's the name of this next album?
So this album is called Dark. Yeah.
And it's about love and love loss, I heard?
That and grief, yeah. So it's kind of like, I think it was an album that I didn't really realise that I had to write. It was cathartic for me to write it, and felt like a piece of therapy as well. So it was really, I don't know, it was something totally unexpected but totally needed.
Well, it's good to see that you're able to put some of yourself in your work and still be able to have that control and freedom.
Yeah, thank you. And I think, I don't know, I just wanted to make audiences feel like they got to know me a little bit more, and also just, share my authentic self.
All right, so social media, let people know out there.
Yeah, so I'm at Hayla Sings on everything, I think.
At Hayla Sings.
At Hayla Sings, that's me. Yeah.
Yes, and it is spelled exactly how it sounds.
Hayla. Yeah.
Well, Hayla, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me. I greatly appreciate it, and our B-Town Brief readers and listeners of this arts and entertainment podcast appreciate it too.
Thank you.